This didn't happen to me, but I did get a phone call like this last week. So let's talk about what I would do if I received a bunch of money, stocks, bonds, retirement accounts, mutual funds, cash. What would I do with that money? Hi, my name is Jacqueline Matoza, a retired CPA, worked with Fortune 25 companies, billionaires, and took a bunch of companies public and did a lot of really cool acquisitions. I have been studying money since I was 21. For 20 years now, I'm aging myself, and this is what I would do if I was in this situation, because people call me all the time and ask me really random stuff, and I think it's important to share. So, there's two ways to be wealthy. This is what I tell everybody. You're gonna hear me say this in like almost every video. You make more or you keep more. If I inherited $10 million and I was just a plain old W-2 worker and I had no idea anything about money or anything like that, I would do two things. One, I wouldn't want people to know that I inherited $10 million, so I wouldn't say anything. I would be that one who's like that lottery winner that goes and sets up a trust. Not a living trust, an irrevocable trust. Why? Because irrevocable trusts separate it from you entirely. So personally, understanding the rules of wealth management, I would put 75% of it away in a trust that's irrevocable. So this is locked up, rainy day money. I could lose my job, I could get fired, I could quit, I could walk away and have a midlife crisis and still have money in the bank. And then I would literally, in that irrevocable trust, put that $7.5 million into a C corporation underneath the irrevocable trust. Why? The minute an irrevocable trust makes $15,000, it pays 37%. A C corporation pays a flat 21%. So you're saving 43% of taxes on anything generated by the C corporation. I would make sure that this irrevocable trust covered separate property away from my spouse, so my spouse would not be in this irrevocable trust. I would set it up so that everything is separated, and if I go to die, potentially I give them some, but this is really important because in a marriage, the only person you control 100% of is yourself. And the worst case scenario is you find your spouse cheating on you. And if you leave, you're gonna end up giving them half. This is very real, guys, like literally. I mean, I just found out one of my friend's boss's wife's cheating on them and they found him on a dating app, okay? This is real. So I'm of the thought process, I will give you everything when the time comes. If I pass and you're still with me, you get it. That's my life. So, and irrevocable trusts, if they're over 18, you can't change the irrevocable trust beneficiaries. So be careful. Be careful how you set these up. But I would set one of these up. They're sophisticated. You lose control. But this is how family offices, this is what family offices do. This is what billionaires do. The other thing I would do is take the rest of the $2.5 million. I would buy my own home. If I didn't own a home, I would buy a home. Why would I buy a home? Because then it takes away your cost of living, which your top two costs in life generally are taxes and also your home. So if you pay cash for your own home, and then I would leave a little bit of money to go play. That's the difference between owning your home, the 7.5, go play, go have fun, go enjoy, right? Gotta enjoy life, guys. I would put it in a trust, not a living trust, guys. Again, separate everything. When people know you have money, they're gonna come and slip and fall in your house and try to take it. This is why I would personally put it in a qualified primary real estate trust. You could do land trust, you can do all kinds of different trusts, but just irrevocable. When you have a lot of money, when you're worth $10 million, we need to separate the money, first of all, because estate laws change. So right now in 2026, 15 million. If you have an estate larger than 15 million, you pay taxes. Each one of these irrevocable trusts has its own threshold of 15 million. So now that you've divided your worth, you've divided everything up, you're gonna let it grow, because hopefully, like, I'm 40, you usually inherit money in your 40s and your 50s. It's gonna grow. You're not gonna die right away, I hope. So you wanna be able to live comfortably and live off the money, and you wanna be able to have your house and have it safe. If somebody comes into your pool and drowns because they're stupid and they're drunk, you don't want them to take your house, okay? Like, I've seen the craziest things, you guys. Like, you laugh, but this is reality. And basically both of these, you can see here, it says hide your wealth. Okay, hide it, because people are crazy in America. That's why we have all these ambulance chaser attorneys who are like here to take your money. You don't want to be involved in that. So just lock it up. Put your new car that you buy in an LLC, do all the fancy things that they do, and live your life like nothing happened other than you took 500 grand and went and had a trip around the world or something. You took a year off, do whatever you want to do. But you get what I'm saying? Like, put some in one trust, put some in the other. 75% rule. This is the absolutely locked up, can't touch trust. This is to live. It pays, you have to put a little bit of money for the property taxes, insurance, costs, utilities, or you can come out of pocket for that if you want. So you set these up, and these are based on how you want them, you control them. But inheritances are separate property until you bring them into something that your spouse has co-ownership in. So don't mix. Don't mix. I know you love your spouse. I know you trust them until you don't. And I've seen it. So just be able to leave with what you come in with. That's my only thing. So you got this. Your family worked hard for it. That's what I would do. So if you are in this situation and want some help, click the link below, book a call. This is outside of my typical services, but I will help you guys and guide you and get you in front of the right people to get this done.